Namaskar world. Today, we're diving into a topic that's surrounded by mystery and controversy: the polygraph test, commonly known as the lie detector test. This device has made its way into countless crime dramas and courtroom scenes, but how much do we really know about it? Is it a foolproof method of detecting lies, or is it more fiction than fact? Let's find out. The story of the polygraph begins in the early 20th century. The first practical polygraph was developed in 1921 by John Augustus Larson, a medical student at the University of California. Larson's invention was a major leap forward from earlier methods, like using blood pressure alone to detect deception. His polygraph measured multiple physiological responses, like blood pressure, pulse, respiration, and skin conductivity, to detect stress, which was believed to be linked to lying. Over the decades, the polygraph evolved, becoming a tool used not just in criminal investigations but also in job screenings and even in reality TV shows. But how does it really work? A polygraph test involves attaching sensors to the subject's body to monitor physiological responses. These sensors typically measure heart rate, blood pressure, respiratory rate, and skin conductivity. The idea is that when a person lies, their body undergoes stress, which these sensors can detect. During the test, the subject is asked a series of questions, some relevant to the investigation and others that serve as control questions. The examiner looks for changes in the physiological responses to determine whether the subject is telling the truth. But is it really that simple? The science behind the polygraph is where things get tricky. The polygraph is based on the premise that lying causes physiological stress, which the machine can detect. However, this assumption has been widely debated. Stress responses can be triggered by many factors: fear, anxiety, or even the pressure of being tested, whether or not the person is lying. Additionally, some people can lie without showing significant physiological changes, while others might react strongly even when telling the truth. This has led to questions about the accuracy of polygraph tests. Studies have shown varying results, with accuracy rates ranging from 70% to 90%. While that might sound impressive, it's not reliable enough for many experts. Given the controversies surrounding its accuracy, the polygraph's admissibility in courts has been a subject of intense debate. Let's start with the United States. In the US, the admissibility of polygraph evidence varies by jurisdiction. Some states allow it under certain conditions, while others have outright banned it. The Supreme Court, in the case of United States versus Sheffer, 1998, ruled that polygraph evidence is not admissible in military courts, and its admissibility in civilian courts remains limited. Moving to the United Kingdom and the European Union, polygraph tests are generally not admissible as evidence in criminal courts. However, in some cases, they may be used during investigations or in parole hearings. Now, let's focus on India and Nepal, where the legal landscape becomes even more intriguing. In India, the use of polygraph tests has been a topic of legal scrutiny. The Supreme Court of India, in the landmark case Selvi versus State of Karnataka, 2010, ruled that no one can be subjected to a polygraph test without their consent, as it violates the right against self-incrimination guaranteed under Article 23 of the Constitution. Even when a person consents, the results of the polygraph test cannot be considered as evidence on their own but can be used as an investigative tool to gather leads. This ruling highlights the cautious approach Indian courts take toward polygraph tests, reflecting concerns about their reliability and ethical implications. And now, let's look into its legality and admissibility in Nepal. Nepal has a legal framework similar to India when it comes to polygraph tests. The courts in Nepal generally do not accept polygraph results as conclusive evidence. While there isn't a specific Supreme Court ruling like in India, the legal system in Nepal leans heavily on principles of human rights and fairness, making the compulsory administration of polygraph tests without consent problematic. Polygraph tests in Nepal are typically used as part of the investigative process rather than as definitive proof in court. So, is the polygraph test a foolproof lie detector? The answer is far from simple. While it has been a valuable tool in investigations, its accuracy is questionable, and its use in courts is limited, especially in countries like India and Nepal. As technology and legal standards evolve, the debate over the polygraph is likely to continue. What do you think? Should polygraph tests be used more widely, or should they be left to the realm of fiction? Let us know in the comments below. This video is brought to you by Dr. Rajdeep Bahadur Khatri. If you found this video helpful, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more content like this. See you next time.